this is something sometimes that here comparing with Spain, I found it is like here you see the kids, and if one kid is like open, a lot of times the coaches say, shoot, you are open, you are open. In Spain, we are going to say like, are you a good shooter? So you are not open. They allowed you to be open. So it's not a good shot. Here in Taiwan, I feel that the system for the kids is not good. They used to be playing maybe 6 games in 7 days, and then they got like a 1 month or 6 weeks, no games. And I think that they don't understand that the game is a tool. It's not the goal. It's a tool to develop. And if I play one game, I make mistakes. I have 5 days. I work on these mistakes. I have another game. I can test if I really learn about these mistakes.
So in Spain, right, how do you guys practice decision making from a young age?
I would say that from all. I mean, when I start coaching, and if I coach like kids, we can say like we start like under 10, under 12 with a small basket. There you start playing a simple 3 against 2. How you work the decision making. You have to be a coach on the kid. No, this, read this, what happened? And teach them to read the game. There are different ways to teach. Even the old, like the Greek philosophers talk about these ways to teach also. And it's about find the solutions, no, the methods of find the solutions. I can tell to the kid, no, you have to pass there. But if he don't know why and what's the reason, on the next time, he's not going to be able to read, no? So help the players and talk with the players. And even here in Taiwan with my players, the way that I like to teach is a little bit the same. It's like, why we do this is because look at this. Look how the difference is here. Look where you can have the advantage. And and everything on this life, if we don't understand why, we are never going to be able to do it well. So this is a little bit the point. This is a little bit on the way that you talk to the player about how to find the correct solution. This is something sometimes that here comparing with Spain, I found it is like here you see the kids, and if one kid is like open, a lot of times the coaches say, shoot, you are open, you are open. In Spain, we are going to say like, are you a good shooter? So you are not open. They allowed you to be open. So it's not a good shot. So maybe when you are ready to make the shots, it's going to be a good shot. But you need to work for the team. And if you are not a good shooter, and for example, when I was a player, I was not a good shooter. So I learned to play no shooting, or even a lot of times I try to show to my players here about it's difficult maybe for Asian know who is Victor Sada, but he played for FC Barcelona. They got Europe. He was not a good shooter. He never shoot. And the defense forget about him. So he learned to play not being a shooter instead of frustrate of I don't shoot, I want to shoot and I don't know what to do. No, this is a little bit the difference where to find the good decisions, base it even on your skills or what you can do, and not be thinking that you and me, the same spot, the same shot is good. Maybe you are a great shooter. You are open, it's a good shot. I'm open, I'm a bad shooter, it's a bad shot. So this is the talk about the decision making, even is the shot that you take and when you take and how you take.
And I think it's interesting because we always say you are open for a reason. If you are wide open,
For sure.
you are open for a reason.
If you are really, really open on this, the Yupin in Macau, if you remember good, our game against KT, they arrived with their main point guard hurt at that moment, and they have a backup point guard. And this backup point guard, the games before, started playing a lot on the post because he has size, but he was not shooter. And I put Alec Brown, my 7-footer, guarding a point guard. And on the moment that we put him on a spot like shooting because he don't want to shoot, he struggled because he don't know what to do. And it's important to teach the players, to even teach them what you can do when you are not on the spot, that you are strong, because the opponent is going to put you there. Eh? The strategy is like, okay, if you are good on the post, I will try to put you far from the post. So you need to do something. If you are not a good shooter, you need to learn to do something different. And these things on the game is try to teach them to read their advantage. And from the beginning, you try to be working on this because not always everybody's going to be able to make all the shots. There's ability. They are better shooter and worse shooter, not because they practice more, because they got the ability also.
I think making decision, read the game and react and making good decision is a very, very important part of the game because I notice a lot of in Malaysia also, like players, they follow the instructions. Coach tells them to like, you go there, this play, like the horns, you go, you dribble here, and then you pass. Like, okay, they follow step by step. But what if the opponent, they take away your options and suddenly some players, they don't know how to react? No, coach told me to go here, but I cannot go here anymore. So what do I do? Stuff like that
Happen everywhere. I mean, and on this is one of the things that I see now on my team is how in 3 years, the players that they start 3 years ago, they improve this decision making because I never put them like close sets. And I always try to put them on the situation like we cannot do a close set because, okay, this close set, when the defense show on the pick and roll, but when they go under, don't go good this pass here. So you need to learn to read, okay, the defense do this on you. You need to understand where you can find the advantage. And of course, on this, like we talked before, there's one part. We need to make mistakes. We do mistakes every Monday or Tuesday, depending when we start the week. I prepare my post-game video. And most of the times, this post-game video is about tactical situations of how to read the advantage, how to read where's the defense, how to read where we can be better, and repeat, and repeat, and repeat. It's important if this, that maybe in Spain, we do it earlier. I don't know here. I follow a little bit the high school league in Taiwan because of one of my assistant coaches was a head coach there. I follow a little bit, but I don't know how they practice. And this is the key on the way that as a coach, we need to try to always reduce the maximum, the times of they repeat the mistakes without learning. And on this is sometimes I feel that depends on the system. I don't know how it's in Malaysia. In here in Taiwan, I feel that the system for the kids is not good. They used to be playing maybe 6 games in 7 days, and then they got like 1 month or 6 weeks, no games. And I think that they don't understand that the game is a tool. It's not the goal. It's a tool to develop. And if I play one game, I make mistakes. I have 5 days. I work on these mistakes. I have another game. I can test if I really learn about these mistakes. And on this process of playing one game a week and not like happen here, I feel that the coaches have more time to work on their mistakes and the players have time to practice without the pressure of the game. Because when you say how coaches sometimes we want, no, well, we want the result now, it's because maybe our boss asked for the result now. And if we have one game and we have time, we always have time to be preparing for the next and go a little bit more step by step. But it's a process on repeat. And like I say, as a coach, be a little bit stubborn, repeating the mistakes. And finally, one day, the kids are going to have this on their mind, like really inside and not thinking about.
I think the system here is about the same as in Taiwan because we also we have a national championship, a one week tournament, and then the team will play same thing, like 5 games in 1 week or 6 games in 1 week. Yep, that's pretty tough for the kids as well.
But this in Spain, for example, we have our local leagues by region. Every region have their divisions. And of course, when you arrive to the Spanish championship, to the last stage, you play in 1 week, you play 6 games. It's only the last stage. But when you arrive there, you already have all the seasons to be playing only 1 game on the weekend and having a lot of weeks to learn. Of course, when it's a Spanish championship, the last you can do you can move these kids like a lot of troubles. So you put one location and you play there, but your season, you have in 10 months, 1 game a week. So this is, when you arrive there, is only the last week of the season. That is the only way to do it, because you need to understand that Real Madrid and Barcelona, for example, or Juventud or Baskonia, we play different locations, and we have a lot of teams on our local area, so we are playing our local leagues. And when you advance, you qualify to the Spanish championship, and when you are on the Spanish championship, you have like a group phase, and then quarterfinals, semifinals, final. Usually the groups, when you have Real Madrid, that even Real Madrid, maybe they can have 6 foreign players on the under 18 team. I mean, you have examples like Luka Doncic was there like really, really young. Their first group, they win easy. But we know like maybe the best 6 teams in the under 18 in Spain or under 16, they are really good teams. Some of them, like I say, you have Luka Doncic. I remember when I saw Domantas Sabonis playing semifinals or under 18, finish the game and traveling to take an airplane to play ACB game. And he was a kid with 17 years. So I remember when I saw Rudy Fernandez, Ricky Rubio, all these kids playing, and you know that there's a moment when they arrive with the top 6 that the games are really tough. But before they play a lot of games and they have fun.